Welcome to Truth Never Retires. My name is Perry Small. Welcome to the conversation of planning, living, and surviving retirement by way of current events, financial markets, and just surviving. Joining me as always is Lisa Eli, and Lisa has brought a special guest. Many of us have thought about, oh goodness, if we could move away from all of the hustle and bustle, where there are a lot of Americans, especially Black patriots, that are becoming expats and moving all over the world. Lisa, tell us about our guests.
Well, our guest today is my dear friend that I've known since almost high school, is Bahb Peters. And Bob is from Chicago. So say hi, Bob.
Hey.
And he made a big leap. And he moved out of the country and as a retiree to the country of Ecuador. What's so interesting is that I've been talking to Bob because I'm looking into the experience myself and have watched numerous videos for the last 2 years of many retirees that are leaving this country and going outside. And it's not that they're leaving it more for economical reasons. But what we're going to do today, we're going to ask Bob, at what point, Bob, did you say, I'm done with this, it's time for me to go?
Hi, everyone. I was working and I had a heart attack at my job, and they gave me medication and helped me survive, and then they sent me back to work and I had another heart attack.
Wow.
So I was like, you know what? I'm not going for 3 strikes, And my buddy Warren, he was already living out here. He'd been planning for 5 years, and he kept saying, "Bob, man, come on, man," So I said, I took I accepted his offer, and I moved out here. So it was kind of like a health thing for me.
What kind of work were you doing? What kind of work were you doing before you left?
I was working for the county, Alameda County in Oakland, California, helping people with their social services.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's a lot.
Was it a stressful job? Was it a lot of stress in the job?
Apparently it was. I didn't think it was stressful. I was trying to be macho, but apparently it was, because I had 2 heart attacks, So, yeah, I guess it was kind of stressful.
Now that you've relocated, what has been the biggest benefit? We'll talk about all the other benefits, but for your health, for the sake of your health, what has been the biggest benefit?
Peace of mind. Out here, I'm not going to say I'm like a millionaire, but I will say that the financial burden is not the same. It's nowhere near the same. And the food is fantastic. And I'm living a much different lifestyle out here.
I watch all the ratchet television shows on TLC, 90 Day Fiance and anything that's kind of crazy about these people that are meeting folks. And I'm looking at all of these different places, and there are a lot of folks that have left countries from all over the world and gathering in certain places. Ecuador, from what my research, was one of the most popular. But for African Americans, it's Mexico City or anywhere in Mexico. Where are your, why did, I understand about you and your friend, that invited you there. But is there anything that you miss? I think that's, a lot of people, you get used to the comforts in the United States, but is there anything that you miss? Or does just the beauty and whatever else that is, going on great there just supersedes those little issues that you might have?
That is a great question, Perry. I'm heading back to Chicago for your information, like in April, And what do I miss? The food. even though it's like maybe not, it's processed or whatever. The food. I can't wait to go to, get me a Polish juice. I can't wait. I'm gonna go get me a
Harold's.
White Castles. I'm sorry, man. I mean, I'm happy and everything, but the food. But let me say, the food out here is great. It's fantastic. I mean, they have so many different options for us, like restaurants and places to eat and things. And I, like you said, I have a little group out here of a male group of guys. There's one brother. He's been exceptional.
Wow.
But I mean, they have great restaurants and things out here too. But I miss the food.
Lisa, you and I, we need to meet some of these brothers.
It'd probably be better outside of the country than in the country. I'm having that feeling.
It would be awesome. That's what I'm saying.
Less stress.
What about, you talked about your health care, Bob. I mean, your health. How are you managing your health care there? Do you get free health care, or how does that working?
With President Obama, his thing with the Affordable Care Act was the pre-existing condition. And with, like I said, I had a heart attack. I have a pacemaker. And so you have to wait a year out here to be covered for your pre-existing conditions. But it's been a year for me, so I'm doing good. I pay for my insurance every month. And I didn't bother to get Medicare or nothing because I don't live in the United States anymore. So I have insurance out here.
Some countries accept Medicare, so they don't have that at Ecuador. In Panama, I know they do because I've been researching.
Now I don't really know if they accept it or not out here. I didn't even investigate it. Okay. I was just glad to be here. So and I have it, and it's very reasonable. I mean, it's super crazy. I mean, it's no comparison financially. It's no comparison.
But services-wise, how are the doctors and the nurses and everything? How are you being treated? How do you think you're being treated? The hospital, if you had to go in one or the doctor or the checkups, how do you think the medical staff is taking care of you? How does it compare?
Okay, now I don't want to bum rush everybody trying to move here, but it's like $35, okay? $35.
For a visit, and that's it.
There you go. It's insane. I'm like, I want to. I try to give them more,
right?
Like a tip, whatever. But that's it. It's like $35, $40 maybe.
When let's talk about your living, where you live. It looks pretty swanky to me. What do you have? Do you have a townhouse? Do you have a home? Is it modern? Did you want to do a more Ecuadorian feel? What's your home like to you?
Perri, you brought up like the most fantastic thing about me living out here. I love my apartment, okay? I love it. It's like a 2-bedroom. I have 2 bathrooms. I have a balcony. Out here they call it Gringo Land.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I live
right.
in Gringo Land. Okay, and like in Chicago, you would compare it to like living up north or something.
Okay.
And I will send you pictures. The way, and I've decorated. I had a guy come in. It's an apartment building, by the way. Three flats. That's three stories. It's small, but it's so much what do they call it? Construction going around. Everybody's building like right next door to me, right around me, and everything. And I live next to.
Are you on the water?
Good question. Well, yes, I'm on a river. What they call it, it's a river. It's not like Lake Michigan or the ocean or anything like this. It's just a river. But the river is beautiful, you guys. And then people, guess what? It's an old style here. They wash their clothes in the river. That's how they wash their clothes. It's not everybody doing, but that's still a tradition out here. But I love my apartment to death. It's fantastic. I actually had a carpenter build me some things for an apartment that I'm renting. I don't own it. I rent. And my boy McB, Lisa, you probably know Warren. He was freaking out. He was like, "Why are you putting this stuff in there?" I'm like, "Man, look, I'm gonna be here. I'm not moving. I'm staying here. So listen, I might as well be happy because I don't go out. I don't socialize or nothing like that too much anymore because I can't speak the language. That's a big deal, by the way, speaking the language. Okay."
Is it Spanish? Is it Portuguese? Is it different? What languages are there?
Great question. Is Spanish.
Okay.
Espanol.
Okay.
Espanol.
Habla solamente en español. Es importante tú hablar en español también.
Lisa's fluent. She's showing out.
Okay, Lisa. Okay. Ain't nobody talking to you, man. All right.
Okay, so, but what are your favorite? What's your favorite thing to do there? I mean, since you say you don't do the nightlife, is there a dating scene for people your age or other people of a certain age?
I'm sure it is, Perry. I'm sure it is. But I keep to myself. I did manage to meet a young lady out here, and the language barrier is the wall. That's like it's like a wall, and then but I'm dealing with it.
Okay.
All
right.
It does help me. It does help me. But I don't even know like how to start dating out here. I wouldn't even know because I'm really just not trying to investigate it. I'm just gonna enjoy being. All I do is watch television out here.
Okay.
I have a box where I can get American television, and I'm able to keep up with some of the
Real Housewives.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Real Housewives.
Yeah, exactly. I can keep up, with stuff like that. And I'm going to add this. My number one thing that I love to watch is HGTV, you guys. That might surprise you, but I love that stuff.
Oh, yeah. I love that too. Yeah, I do. There is a show on the OWN channel where you have all these Americans that are moving abroad. It's something international.
House Hunters International.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't you love that show?
I love it because it reminds me of what I went through.
Yeah.
It reminds me of what I went through.
How difficult was the visa process and all of that?
Great question, and I was actually going to touch on that. Remember my buddy Warren? He's like a world traveler. He's gone all over the place, and he told me a long time ago, I'm going to move. I'm not going to live in the United States. I'm going to live somewhere else. So he told me he was looking around, and then he found the place where we live now. And he planned for like 5 years to move out here. So he had like a shipping container. He moved everything, every article in this, the sofa, the chairs, all that stuff. When I decided to move, it was kind of like a rush job. And so I just had a couple of trunks. I didn't, the trunks. You can I just threw everything in there and came out here. I left a lot of stuff. I'm mad about it, but but I just had a couple of trunks, and a backpack, and I moved out here. So when I got here, he introduced me to a lady to help me with the visa. So I got a temporary visa, and then I got a permanent. I'm on a permanent visa now. So I'm loving that. And you got to pay for that. It was costly, but she handled everything. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Guess what else she did? She was so nice. Get this apartment. She helped me get my appliances and the furniture. She took me around. Now to the people listening, don't expect that. Don't expect that type of hospitality. Okay, but I think what helped me was when I came out here, I had cash. Out here, cash is king.
Okay.
Oh, let me stick this in here real quick. Where I live, the USA dollar is still they accept the US currency out here.
Okay.
So I had a bunch of hundreds, because he told me to bring like $9,000 with you. So I had hundreds, but I didn't have any change.
Yeah,
and the bill was like. Yeah, the bill was like something 50. Mm-hmm. So I had 50 left over, and I didn't have any change. So I said, just you keep the 50, buy your staff pizza or whatever. And she looked at me, and Warren was like, "Man, cool out, man. She don't need no." I was like, "No, man, it's okay. She can count it. Well, I don't have no change." And that's why I think she took me around and did all that stuff for me, because this guy's buying pizza for lunch for everybody, So that's how I think that ended up. But I love my apartment, you guys. I'm gonna tell you right now, I spent like maybe 30 grand for the whole enchilada. Okay.
That's it?
Today, say it again, Perri.
That for it, you paid $30,000 for the apartment?
No. That was for everything. That was like the flight, the luggage.
For the move. The move, okay.
The whole thing. Then the furniture, the appliances, everything.
Okay, when you bought the appliance, okay, and that's it. And that's it.
About 35 grand. That was for me.
Okay.
And that was, like I said, it'll be 4 years in November. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Today, it might be a little bit more because all the prices are exploding. The prices now is ugly, are coming like, yeah. So when they come now, the gringos, when we expatriates, when they show up, they're going to probably be paying a little bit more than what I had to pay. If they come out blind the way I did, with the trunks and not having planned for like 5 years like Warren did. But we're still in the same ballpark. But his place, he had his furniture because they shipped everything here.
How's the expat community there? I know one time you all had a picture and you had a get together.
Yes. Great question. The expatriates out here, a ton of them are white people. They come from like Canada and the United States, and you meet them. They have their gathering places. But Warren, like I said, he was been planning, so he got involved with some black expatriates. And that's, I didn't, like when I show pictures, people are like, man, I didn't know they had no black people there. Where they come from? But there's a community. There's a community out here. I don't really, like I said, I don't hang out too much, but I do bump into people, and I stand out. I stand out because I'm tall, and Warren's taller than me, So when we hang out, people are like, whoa, basketball, But it's cool. I mean, people are nice, and like I'll meet somebody, and then they'll see me later, and they'll be, hey, Bob, and I'm like, oh, man, I can't remember your name, but they remember us because we're black,
Yes,
So out here, yeah. I did have one situation where some guy rode up on a bicycle and was like talking to me, then he goes, "Black lives do not matter." And I'm like, "Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa." I was like, "Hey, man,
Wow.
you know what?
They're
This
everywhere.
conversation." Yeah, I was like, "Man, this conversation is over, man. Get away from me." He was an idiot, but
Right.
that's okay. Yeah. Like you said, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I know you were talking about food. Do you find that the food is a lot cheaper there? It's good, but is it a lot cheaper? Like how does it fit in your budget?
The food, okay, great question. What they call almuerza is like lunch, okay? You can get for $3.50. You can get for lunch, you guys. But your lunch is like a dinner. You get a drink, a plate, an entree, and you get dessert for like $3.50. It's incredible. I'm telling you. These are restaurants, okay?
You look so excited, Bob. You look so excited saying it's only $3.50. You get a drink, you get an entree, and you get dessert. We're interested in what kind of food it is. You're just like, you get all of these entrees.
I love seafood. So I'll always get like a fish, but I'll go with they'll have rice and they'll have like vegetables and it's just ridiculous though. There's no way. I mean, in America, USA, you spend like $5 and you'll get like Popeye's chicken or something, But
Not anymore.
Oh yeah, and it's insane. It's just insane. The pricing out here is incredible. You can get avocados, like a bag of avocados for $1. You can get lemons and limes and everything for $1. I'm talking about like it might be like 6 or 7. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. The fruit, everything. I mean, every corner they have people selling fruits and vegetables, and it's ridiculous. I kind of landed in heaven, you guys. I really kind of did. When it comes to food, I don't cook, but if I did, I would really be in heaven because I wouldn't even go to a restaurant, I would just, yeah, man, it's insane. It is.
Wow. When you said $3.50, I thought about when you go down to Maxwell Street. Remember, you can get a Polish fries and a pop. $3.
There you go. And I will be back, and I'm going to Maxwell Street when I get back. I can't wait to get my pole. I'm telling you, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna be so happy.
That is awesome. You know what? What I wanted to ask too, have you been to any other countries since you've been in Ecuador? Like visiting Brazil or over in Panama, Costa Rica?
That's a great question, Lisa. Before I came here, I never thought for an instant that I would go to another country. I was scared. I was afraid. He took me to Bahamas, and that was a great experience. But since I got here, yes, I went to Brazil. I hung out there for about a month, and we had a great time. McB, he's getting ready to go to Asia. I mean, this guy doesn't quit. Me, I'm like, you know what, man? You can tell me all about it when you get back, because I'm tired. I don't like to fly and stuff. Go ahead.
I am so glad that you're addressing this because I'm an international flyer.
Okay.
Right? I go all over the world. And many times I go by myself.
Yeah.
But when I go on tour groups, there are very few men, especially black men. And I actually, Delvin, I did a show on that. If you remember, I did a show of what is it where black men are like, nah, I'm straight. I don't have to leave the country. They might go to Vegas, And if they, or they'll go to Miami, or if they might even go to Brazil for the so-called experience. That's why I laughed at you when you said you went to Brazil. That's where all the brothers go. But I'm just saying, what is it? I mean, what is the fear that you have? Are you just uncomfortable being out of your country? Are you uncomfortable, just having the passport and not being in control? What is it? And you can generalize, why African American men, black men have this, in Americans have this thing about not traveling.
Perry, let me give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you the most simple way that I can. And it's, again, remember, this is from Warren's perspective, because he's the one that's doing all this, Me, I just listen to what he says, okay? So let me tell you what he told me, okay? He's like, Bob, man, it's ridiculous, okay? I mean, every time I go somewhere, they'll say, "Excuse me, sir, can I talk to you?" And they'll pull him into a room, and they'll start going through all of his luggage and stuff. And they're like, they're looking for, I don't know what they're looking for, but it's, drugs or whatever, because he's black. So what he told me, he said, "Bob, man, I have to laugh because, like I said, Warren's taller than me. He's 6'9".
Oh, wow.
I'm 6'6".
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, they're tall.
And yeah, so when he's walking through the airport,
right,
he's head and shoulders above everybody.
Especially in Asia.
There you go. And so he said, I have to laugh.
And they point at you. They point at you.
That's what I'm
They're
getting
very
ready.
rude.
That's
They
what I'm getting
point.
ready.
They point at you.
Because he's like, he's head and shoulders above everybody, walking through the airport, remember, and they're looking for the guy who's smuggling drugs or whatever. And Warren said, man, I laugh because it's not going to be the 6'9" black guy. It's not.
Exactly.
Like, why are you bothering me?
Exactly.
But it's not going to be me. I'm not going to,
right.
because you're going to see me instantly. Why are you? I'm not going to be a target and be smuggling drugs. So that's the kind of like the fear. It's like the fear of being a black man. That's it. It's like, that's why I don't want no problems.
Yeah.
When you're in the United States, they target you. They're gonna get you anywhere you go. So, but out here, I'm gonna be honest, they do like point at me and they want to take pictures and stuff because everyone's short stature out here.
You're right.
They're kind of short, but I'm doing great. My landlord loves me. When I walk to my supermarket, everyone's, "Hey, how you doing?" Wave at me and stuff. And so I just want to get back into my apartment where I'm safe, because, and then once I close the door, I'm good to go, but it's a situation. Like I told you, this guy rides up on a bicycle to me talking about black lives don't matter. Man, go sit down somewhere, okay? so that might have something to do with it, Perry.
All right.
That is good. That is wonderful. I know that's interesting you said about the international travel, but because one time I went out to Gina's wedding in Jamaica and came back, but I got targeted in the United States and at O'Hare at the thing, and they were up there asking me weird questions. The guy had an accent talking about whether, and of course, we're from the south side of Chicago. We got 3 people here, and he got south side of Chicago rhetoric. Then I pulled out all my business cards from the newspaper and said, "You know what? I can do a story on this. What is your name again?" And that all ceased right then and there. Right
there you go.
So I've been harassed too. But if you go to Brazil, please go to Salvador. Everybody goes to Rio. Go to Salvador Bahia. You must go there. You all because it's great culture, and it's like almost seeing us but it's hard to falar Portuguese, but they do speak as best English as they can. It's very
Wow.
hospitable, warming,
That's
everything.
nice.
But it's Bahia in
I'm just
Salvador.
going to
You
tell you,
got to go.
I have
You
learned
got to
so
go.
much from this conversation. And not only that, it has whet my appetite to travel. And I'm going to tell, I went to Africa every year for the past 4 or 5 years. And I am going through withdrawals, but I refuse to fly while this administration is in charge of our skies. I just refuse because I've never in my life seen so many mishaps on runways, in the air. For me, I'm not going to ever stand in a line for 6 hours. I'm just going to tell you. Unless I have a wheelchair service dog and a nurse practitioner.
Yeah. It's so scary, and Lisa, Perri, you guys may know I'm very political on my like Facebook page.
Oh, yes, you are. I did not know until I saw it.
I'm very, very ultra political, and it's heartbreaking what's going on right now. To me, it really is. But we have to just be strong and try to survive. I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous about coming back to Chicago because.
But let me just ask you this. Because you're retired. Do you think that you could have had the quality of retirement in Chicago that you're having in Ecuador? Or do you think you could probably have the same quality, but how long would it have lasted? You're good, aren't you?
No way.
Oh,
no way, Jose. Okay? No way. It's no comparison. It's no way I could live the way I'm living out here in the United States. It's impossible. I have a 2-bedroom, 2 bathrooms. I have a balcony. I live a half block away from the river.
Oh, wow.
It's insane. It's insane.
And tell everybody how your health is now. Tell everybody how your health is now before we go.
I'm feel good. I get out, I walk a little bit. I try to. The food is great. But I'm doing good, you guys. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Thank you.
What a pleasure to meet you. And of course, Lisa she knows everybody. That's just it. Lisa, let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
When we are going to Ecuador. We gotta wait till those Trump people are gone. But as soon as those guys open up again, I'm gonna come down there, and I hope when you come to Chicago that we have dinner or lunch together. Really.
Hey, marking. I will be there like April 24th to like July 13th. No, July 12th.
Whoa,
something
what?
like that.
Oh, wow, you're going to be here a minute.
So Perri, I would love to kick it, man. Lisa, I know you don't live, but let me just say, I love you, Lisa. You know that we go back, man. Come on. So, oh my God. It was just one of the most memorable things that ever happened to me. So thank you for asking me to do this and including me. And I'm very, I very appreciate it. Perri.
Yeah, thank you.
And Perri, we're gonna go get the Polish, okay?
You got that right.
Okay, let's do this.
All right,
let's do this. Okay?
I always have a craving for sausage. Anyway,
I got you. Yeah.
No, really, I love sausage. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding.
Hey.
But anyway, I'm just so glad that you joined us. Thank you so much, Lisa. And I just wanted to remind everybody, you're listening, the truth never retires. But the one thing you can keep up here, you can walk away from anything if you plan.
Yes.
You agree, Bob?
Okay, I don't want to drag this out, but there's no way that I could have gotten out here if I wasn't saving my money and stuff. You know, that's
right.
what got me out here, and that's how I was able to do everything. So you're 100% correct. You have to plan. You can't just, willy nilly. You have to, right.
Lisa, thank you so much. Anything else you want to leave us with, Lisa, before we put this one in the can?
I'm trying to do the Bob plan, the one plan, trying to actually take my time. If it takes a couple years to plan it out, where I want to go, how I want to go. I've got animals, how they get shipped, how I ship some items. The animals are the most important thing, and they're going to be the most costly thing. But I'm planning everything. I'm on the get rid plan. So, I know we didn't mention that, but a lot of people who move, especially where there's places where they already have the houses have furniture, they get rid of everything. So I'm on the get rid plan right now. I'm in motion for that. Everything has to go.
Well, we're gonna make you update us all the time.
Yes.
Delvin Randall, thank you so much being our tech producer. Bob, again, thank you. My name is Perry Small.
My name is Lisa Eli.
And remember, the truth never retires. Have a good one.